Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So it's after 3 a.m. already, 3:15. It's today. It's already the 21st of June. I haven't updated yesterday. I was a little bit sick, and I actually was very upset with some interviews I saw online. Some people with weird opinions, people that literally don't understand what they're talking about, and a lot of people listen to them. I want to start with an update about what happened. 6 rockets have been launched to Israel about half hour ago. Seems like all of them were intercepted or were destroyed outside of the atmosphere. I did send some videos on the WhatsApp group showing us as a family preparing to go to the safe room, not knowing really if to go or not to go, to wait for the siren, not to wait for the siren. It's kind of annoying. But this is life in Israel for the past week. Only a week ago, a week and a day already, Israel started the strike over Iran with very, very clear goals to destroy the nuclear capabilities of Iran and to destroy the ballistic missile capabilities of Iran. If weakening the regime can happen, this is something that obviously will help a lot, because after everything will over, and hopefully it will over soon, there won't be there, hopefully, a different ruler that won't want to kill us and destroy us. And this is something I wanted to talk with you about. But before that, I just want to give another update. We had another round of rockets earlier today, in the morning, in the afternoon, and apparently rockets did hit in Haifa, in the city of Haifa, and yesterday we did have some hitting in a hospital in Beersheba, the biggest hospital in Beersheba. Crazy miracle over there. Just the day before, the entire building was evacuated. They were taken to safer places, and no one got hurt in the hospital. In Haifa, a mosque was damaged by a rocket today, and that's another thing showing you that the Iranians, or at least the regime in Iran, is sending these rockets to population area, to concentrated the population area, big cities, Tel Aviv, Beersheba, Haifa, and that's something very, very dangerous, and it tells you a lot about them. And in the past few days, Israel, or the Israeli Defense Force and the Air Force, have been, together with the Mossad, have been destroying more and more ballistic missiles and their launchers, trying to launch to Israel, and air defense systems in Iran, to enable more freedom to the Israeli Air Force to act. We did bomb some plants and places connected to the nuclear program, if it's in Isfahan or in Tehran itself, and even a place where what's called the heavy water, but I don't know if this place was still inactive. As this barrage was over, I mentioned that the one that we had half hour ago, I mentioned that we could hear the Israeli airplanes, and I just started to get reports there are attacks in Iran as well, and there's more airports on the way. More and more weakening and hurting this crazy program of plan of destroying us. What's amazing is that all the world is busy with whether America will join the war or not join the war, while a lot of you watching me and following me, I know that you support Israel, and you hear these talks about whether America needs another war. First of all, for me, for us Israelis, it's very, very clear. Iran is telling death to America. Now, us Israelis always knew that our enemy, when they say death to us, we knew they really mean it. We were very influenced by the Western world towards October 7th, and look what happened on October 7th. We were not ready. We didn't want to believe. And that's something that happens a lot to Americans today. When they hear death to America, they say, nah, it's a big country, they're far away. But we do have evidence of them, intelligence showing they were building rockets to hit the eastern coast of America, to expand the Iranian, or the radical Muslim revolution of Iran, the Shiites, to expand it to Europe, to expand it to other places. They do have cells in the continent of America by Hezbollah and these proxies. Hamas has been sponsored by Iran. Hezbollah was sponsored by Iran, and now I do want to talk about something that I've mentioned before, but it's important to explain about it because it's way beyond the nuclear weapon. Iran, for decades, is planning to destroy Israel. The nuclear weapon was supposed to be their shield, the excuse why they cannot be attacked the moment they have one. But the way to destroy Israel was by a conventional weapons launched by either Hezbollah, Hamas, and militias in Iraq and Yemen to surround Israel by a ring of fire. And only if this plan was executed by Iran during October 7th, Israel was in a very, very big problem. Israel is the only democracy in the Middle East. Israel is the place where, the land of the Bible could have been taken by radical Islam, jihadists together with the Shiites from Hezbollah and all of that. This was very dangerous. Now, Iran was planning, and this is something the Prime Minister Netanyahu said, and we know it because there are complete evidence for that, and we see it every day. They were planning of building dozens of thousands, manufacturing dozens of thousands of rockets to launch to Israel, ballistic missiles, which means they could destroy Israel with these missiles, like almost 2 atomic bombs. If they had 20,000 of those, and if they gave Hezbollah or they gave the Iraqi militias, if they take over Syria soon, this is something that Israel cannot allow to happen. And I think the West should not allow it to happen, because if Israel is gone, they have another step towards, Europe and towards the Atlantic Ocean and more and more and more. And they are serious about it. And this is something that, again, we need to understand, that when they say it, they're serious about it. I want to say that I've been watching some interviews of very arrogant interviewers, people that think they know a lot, but they haven't really experienced life here in Israel. One of them is Piers Morgan. If you watched him interviewing lately about Gaza, and I'll make tomorrow a video about Gaza. I'll prepare some stuff to explain what Israel is doing in Gaza and why judging Israel for what has been happening in the last few months is, if you don't really understand what's happening, you're literally supporting terrorism. And getting into Israeli politics and all of that, I promise to go into it, and please ask questions. You're more than welcome. But I do want to say one thing. As long as Hamas is in Gaza, as long as they're there is a huge risk to me, to my kids, the people on the border. And I want to ask you a question that you should ask everyone who's thinking of talking about Israel and Gaza and criticizing. What would you do if there's someone with an RPG outside of your window? RPG is an anti-tank rocket, aiming on you. What would you do, telling you that I'm going to kill you? And in front of him, there is a row of kids that he's holding just to protect himself. You cannot shoot back without hitting these kids. That's exactly the situation in Gaza up until now. What was happening with the blockade, I will get into details tomorrow, I hope, maybe Saturday or maybe a different day. But please bring questions so we can develop a conversation. Also, the next live, I hope in the next 2 days, to go again on live on Facebook and on Instagram. It's wonderful when people are, it's not just me talking to the telephone or to the camera. People really communicate, and it's amazing. I want to invite you all to ask questions and keep on praying for peace. We need it. And I will just say one more thing, people about life here in Israel. What do you do really? The market is shut. A lot of works are closed. The schools are closed. We are with the kids, always ready and tense for a siren to come. Obviously, tourism is not an option. So I did get all the cancellations for the next 2 months. Hopefully we'll find something to do in America with lectures or teaching Hebrew or something that people will bring up that I'll come and do. We've had amazing teachings in the past year that I've done in synagogues and churches, and I hope to go back and do it. And it seems like I hope this war will over as soon as possible, and from September we'll be able to welcome more and more people, maybe even August. We'll see. Meanwhile, again, inviting you to stay in touch. Thank you for the people sending questions and updating and sending prayers. Shabbat Shalom, and see you tomorrow. I will update. It's going to be interesting.